Hello everyone, it's Amy from Amy's Animals here, and I'm back to make you another introduction video. This time it's going to be about our horse. Her name is Willow, and she's been with us since 2018, and I consider her to be one of our rescue animals because she has quite the story. Now I wanted to go outside with her and film next to her, but it's way too windy. And inside, my daughter is doing online school and my husband is working on the computer, so I had to steal myself away to the corner of the house, and I hope that it sounds okay. But let's get right into an introduction for Willow. Okay, so Willow is an American paint horse registered with the American Paint Horse Association, and she is now 22 years old, which puts her in the category as a senior. Now, I've seen other senior horses much older than Willow who still look really great and are very active, but that's not the case with Willow. In fact, when we brought her home in October of 2018, we almost lost her in December of that same year, so a couple of months after having her, because all of her issues that I hadn't known about came into view. And I wrote a list here because there's so much that I didn't want to forget anything. Her special needs are, starting from the bottom up for Willow, she has extremely flat hooves, especially in her front hooves, where the majority of the weight gets held up for a horse is in their front hooves. Now she gets specialty trims from the farrier, and we can try horseshoes, but they have to be packed. And we've tried to put boots on Willow as well, but for the most part, she's just retired because of this hoof issue. I would have to do extensive work on Willow to even consider riding her. And then to add to that, the inside of her hooves have damage from previous founder that may have occurred years ago before she even came to us. And a founder just means that the bone inside her hooves has turned. It just turned, and it cannot be reversed. So Willow's known, the farrier calls her a walking wonder, that she's made it so long with these really horribly shaped horse hooves, but she does okay. She's retired now, but she does okay. So, and then moving up Willow's legs, she has some arthritis, which is quite common for a 22-year-old horse. And that, luckily, once in a while she'll get swelling in the winter, but it's not terrible as long as we keep her moving, and she has medication for that if she needs it. So then on up to Willow's body area. When she came home, she had ulcers, stomach ulcers, and I was able to get her past that. But because of the flat hooves and the way Willow bears her weight, she needs chiropractic work on her back at times, especially before anyone would ever get on her and ride around. Because I've had a lot of people ask me why I don't ride Willow, but they don't really know all of the little details about her care. So then when you move up to Willow's head, she has a very strange, maybe it's a past injury on her jawline, or maybe she was born this way, but her lower teeth on the left side are really flat. So it makes her ability to grind up forage a challenge. And we actually run her alfalfa and grass hay through a machine to grind it up. Or we can try mashed feeds, but Willow's pretty picky. So So she prefers her forage dry. And then add to that that she is 22 and she's starting to show signs of old teeth in general. And we're planning a spring vet visit coming up to really take a look at those teeth and get them taken care of. And then last but not least, one more issue with Willow is she has a metabolic disorder. So I have to be very careful if I'm giving her any types of senior feeds or oats or grains that many people give their horses. And Willow she can't have all of that extra stuff. And if I do give her any, I have to measure it and weigh it and count it and balance it all out. But now that she's retired, I still enjoy having her around. She's beautiful. She keeps me on my toes because she has a pretty dominant mare personality. And so we decided to give her a little herd to watch over, and that suits her very well. I think having another horse with Willow would be really difficult because of her dominant personality. It would always be a battle for me. I'd always have to make sure that I'm in charge. So we actually got Willow a mini herd of a mini horse and 2 goats, and she loves them dearly. And both her body and her body can keep up with them, and it keeps her mentally well and active too. So that wraps up my introduction video for Willow. I hope you enjoy hearing the stories of my animals. And I know that so many people, if they could bring home a handful of various animals in need, that they would. And this just gives you a little bit of a glimpse into what that's like every day. So keep our old collie baby in your prayers because she recently had a bout of a virus of some kind that she's on medication for. And other than that, for being 14 now, she's really healthy and well. I'm just hoping that she can get past this all right without any leftover issues. Once the medicine is gone, I don't want it to come back. So anyway, I'll give her a hug from everyone. And until I see you again, stay well and be blessed.